What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's RFG back at it today, and I wanted to share some very important key points with you guys. Okay, yesterday, as we all know, the great master teacher, the great healer, probably the greatest holistic doctor to ever walk this earth, passed away. Dr. Sebi, the great Dr. Sebi, has passed away. As far as I'm concerned, he was going to an airport, leaving the United States, going back to no. He was leaving Europe, going back to Honduras, and when he was in Honduras, the Honduras airport, he was stopped by police that didn't even belong at that airport. Okay, and they took him in custody, and he died in police custody. Okay, we're talking about a man who had cures to AIDS, cures to cancer, cures to diabetes, cures to every single man-made disease on this planet, and he mysteriously dies in police custody. Okay, I just want all of you guys to know that 2016 is really it. It's it for our leaders that are well established and somewhat older. Okay, let me explain. This year, we lost Dr. Delbert Blair. We lost Frances Cress Welsing. We lost Afeni Shakur, Tupac Shakur's mother. We lost Muhammad Ali. And now we lost Dr. Sebi. Okay? And I'm going to tell you guys what's going to happen. Okay? It's not going to stop. Phil Valentine, put the word out. Phil Valentine is next. Okay? They're going to attempt to take his life. Phil Valentine is next. They already locked up the 13th son. Okay? He's already been locked up. They made him look like a cult leader, all on the news, all in the media. Okay? They are doing away with our spiritual leaders. They're being done away with. Period. Okay? Frances Cress Welsing was the woman who told you what ISIS really was, what ISIS really is. Frances Cress Welsing told us that ISIS was the Kemetic moon goddess. You see what I'm saying? The original entity that created the first melanated woman on this planet. ISIS, the mother moon goddess. Not that bullshit made up by our government. You see what I'm saying? With paid off people who promote radical Islam. No, that's not ISIS. That's ISIL. Isis is the mother moon goddess that Frances Cress Welsing told you about in her book called The ISIS Papers. That's why Frances Cress Welsing was killed, okay? If not earlier this year, last year. Go look that up, people. Frances Cress Welsing was known for her book called The ISIS Papers, which told you all about ISIS and all about the powers of melanin. She's dead now. Okay? Now we can say the same thing about Dr. Delbert Blair, who died on January 31st of this year. You can look up Delbert Blair's work. He, like I said, he's all over YouTube. You can just look at his work. Okay? It's not a coincidence, okay, that he's dead either. Okay? All these people have met the realm of the ancestors this year, and it's happening at such a consistent basis. It's happening on such a consistent basis that I don't think it's a coincidence. Okay, these people are being murdered. Okay, the government has technology to murder you and to make it look like an accident or to make it look like you died of natural causes. They have that technology, people. They have that technology. And like I said, Dr. Sebi, we're talking about a man who literally pulled people out of the matrix, who literally grabbed people out of the matrix and said, look, you see the FDA, you see the pharmaceutical industry, you see that? It's nothing but witches and warlocks. It's nothing but witches and warlocks who want your money and want to keep you hooked on the drugs, on the pharmaceutical drugs, so you keep coming back and supporting their industry with your money. When I have, you know what I'm saying, these natural holistic herbs to cure you and get it over with. Okay, he's dead now, people. He's gone. He's gone. It's over. So like I said, Francis Cress Wilson, Dr. Delbert Blair, Afeni Shakur, Muhammad Ali, now Dr. Sebi. And like I said, they just made the 13th son. I think he's in jail, and now they're going to be after Phil Valentine. He's next. Like I said, they're not playing, people. They're not playing. If you're in high stature and you have a certain amount of people viewing your content, they're going to want you to sell over. And if you don't sell over, well, they're going to come after you, plain and simple. Okay? It's very sad that had to happen, because I know even though Dr. Sebi was 82, 83 years old, he was in such good health where he could jump off of a desk in a classroom and land on his knees and nothing would happen. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a man who's what, 6'6", 6'5", 6'6"? Come on now. 83 years old. Like he had immaculate health. Okay? He literally pulled people away from the illusion and brought people back to nature. Okay, we have to wake up, people. We have to wake up. And why did they kill Afeni Shakur? They killed Afeni Shakur because Tupac's mother would have been the first not the first, but she would have made the most movie revenue in American history. That's what she was set to do, because All Eyes on Me, the life story of Tupac, would have been released worldwide, which would have made her a billionaire. Okay? Then, in that movie, she would have been exposing Dr. Dre and Suge Knight and what they were really doing to Tupac. Okay? They would have been exposing Jimmy Iovine and the rest of these Jewish record label owners. So they had Afeni Shakur killed. Why she was married to a person who was part of a Freemason lodge, I have no clue. I have no clue who was in her ear, and why she didn't leave the country like her sister Alcetta Shakur. I have no clue, but she's gone now. Now, the life story of Tupac is in the hands of goddamn WB. Okay, because WB Warner Brothers, they basically killed Afeni. So when WB has the movie played in theaters, they're gonna make Tupac look like damn near a crackhead. Tupac is gonna look like a crackhead who was just out of his mind and didn't know what he was talking about. Mark my words. Mark my words. Wait till that movie drops and watch how they portray Tupac. Like I said, these people, these Zionist Jews, are destroying the legacy on this planet. They are destroying they are true parasites. They are murdering people who are getting back to nature and who are exposing their corrupt system. And they are destroying the legacy of master teachers. They are destroying their legacy one by one, one by one. And you know, I hate to talk like this, but everybody has to hear the truth no matter what. You got to hear the truth. Okay? Plain and simple. Plain and simple. It's really sad, but we are losing most of our master teachers. And I knew it was going to come to this. I just didn't think it was going to happen so damn fast. I just didn't think it was going to happen so fast, okay? On another note, July 25th of this year, a couple weeks ago, July 25th, which in real numerology, July is the 5th month. In real numerology, July is the 5th month. These people out here act like they know how to decode numerology and decode certain dates, but they don't know shit, because if they knew something, they would know that July is really the 5th month. And when you look at the numerology of July 25th, it's really 525. It's really 525, which gives you 12, which gives you 12. So if you look online and you look up what happened on July 25th, on July 25th, the Brazilian government caught 12 quote unquote terrorists who were planning to blow up the Olympics. Let me repeat. On July 25th, the Brazilian government caught 12 quote unquote terrorists planning to blow up the 2016 Olympics. 12 of them. 12. Remember that number. 12. On 525, July 25th, which gives you 12. But wait a second. What happened to the 13th? Well, looks like you're going to have to wait for that. Because when the 13th, by the time they catch the 13th, it's going to be too damn late. And like I said, the Olympics is a month-long ceremony, if I'm not mistaken. The Olympics is a month-long, if I'm not mistaken. So we still got August 13th. We still got August 23rd. We still got September 4th. We still got September 13th. We still got all those dates with 13 numerology when the Olympics is being played out, and they still haven't caught the 13th terrorist. They only caught 12 on a date that added up to 12 numerology. So just wait until the 13th hits. And it's crazy because a lot of people are asking me, what do I feel about Hillary Clinton getting in the office this year? And that's something I forgot to touch on, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into that. If Hillary Clinton gets in office, that means two things. One, that means Hillary Clinton is actually related to Bill Clinton, because all of the presidents have to be related one way or another, whether they're second cousins, third cousins, or third or fourth cousins. They all have to be related through the Bohemian bloodline. Okay, so if Hillary gets in, she's related to her husband, which would make her children, inbred. Her children would be inbred. Okay, I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, but like I said, anything is possible. So, number two would be, if Hillary Clinton gets in office, you can expect more and more ISIS terrorist attacks. Let me explain. In the foolish media, they tell us that the radical Islamists hate women in power. They hate women in power. They hate it. They tell their women to walk behind them and to cover their faces. So if they see the country that they already hate headed by a woman, that's going to make them hate America much more, which would cause more and more terrorist attacks on the soil. Okay, it would happen, but it wouldn't be radical Islam. It would be the Zionist Jewish government paying off the CIA operatives to carry out the act, to carry out the events. Okay, so they would basically perform more inside jobs and blame it on ISIS if Hillary Clinton got in office. That's what would happen. More people would be incarcerated. She would basically do the same thing as her husband, which is build more prisons than schools, and sell this country out to foreign countries, just like her husband did. Okay, She's a liar. She's a deceiver. She's a manipulator. And she's a master manipulator. Okay? So like I said, we are facing a triple-headed monster with this election. If Obama gets a third term, or if Trump steals the election, like I said, that's almost immediate martial law. But if Hillary gets in, it will be extended for a little while longer, until we got hit with so much ISIS attacks, they would have no choice but to implement the national martial law. So basically, if Hillary gets in, we're still screwed. It's just going to be, martial law is just going to be postponed for anywhere from 5 to 9 months, basically. Okay? Which is all right, but really not all that great. Okay? So like I said, this year, we are being faced with a triple-headed monster. And if you don't have weapons, if you don't have ammunition, if you don't have saved up food, saved up water, like I said, saved up survival material, toilet paper, you are going to be in big trouble. And, you know, people talking about this fear-mongering shit, what the fuck are they gonna do when the shit hits the fan? I really want to know what the fuck is a gematria book gonna do when you have the motherfucking UN troops shooting NATO troops and citizens in the fucking street? What is that going to do for people? You know what I'm saying? It's really sad. It's really sad. And then we have these idiots, these stupid idiots out here who don't know the difference between Freemasonry and Masonry. These idiots out here still believe in Jesus, aka Serapis. They still believe in Serapis. They worship a guy named Jesus who is really Serapis Christus, who is really a homosexual vampire, a homosexual racist vampire. So wait, hold on. If I don't worship him and I do what my Kemetic ancestors do and become a true Mason, that makes me evil because I don't want to worship the homosexual racist vampire? That makes a lot of sense. So let me get this. Every idiot, every stupid idiot out there who thinks I'm evil for being a Mason, am I supposed to worship Serapis Christus who doesn't exist? Am I supposed to worship this guy you call Jesus, aka Serapis Christus, who it's been proven that he doesn't exist? Am I supposed to worship that? Or am I supposed to be a stupid atheist like you who doesn't realize that there's a creator of this universe? Because the true Masons who built the pyramids, they were Masons, which means they were sons of Ma, sons of Ma'at, the scales of Ma'at, the sons of Ma'at, the Masons, the original builders on this planet. That is the true form of spirituality on this planet. That is the first form of spirituality on this planet. That is what all religions branch off of and got their piece of the truth from, was true Masonry. Dummies. Stupid dummies. He's a Mason. He's a Mason. You goddamn idiots. Goddamn idiots, man. I swear, man. It has to be the damn chemtrails. It has to be. Because it is just impossible for certain motherfuckers to be this stupid. I try to think day in and day out, how can these people be so stupid? How? And it's either one of the two. Like I said, either they're fake accounts and they're government agents trolling my account, or they're homosexuals. Because I don't continue to watch videos of a man that I don't agree with. Okay? That looks very bad. That just looks very bad. Okay? So like I said, there's no problem with being a Mason. If you use the knowledge and the energy and the spirituality to uplift yourself and uplift people around you, there's nothing wrong with being a Mason. If you become a Freemason, you then free yourself from the creator of the universe. And now you get into all that Scientology evolution, satanic Luciferian bullcrap. Okay? So it's time to really start doing your research, because these idiots out here think that Masonry is the same thing as Freemasonry. And they obviously didn't watch my video that was, I think it was over 40 minutes long, showing you the differences between the two, you know what I'm saying, with documented history and all that shit. But like I said, these people are going to stay uneducated, they're going to stay soulless, and they're going to have a whole bunch of hate in their heart, and they're going to end up perishing. They're going to end up perishing for a lack of knowledge, okay? Because this RFG movement is not about belief, it's about knowledge, okay? I'm going to be decoding about 2 or 3 movies with my next videos, man. I appreciate everybody who supported RFG movement and Atlantean movement. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. It's the Chosen Man. I'm out.